Hello everybody, hello, how are you doing my lovely little cupcake? So today's video is part 2 of my mini series of transitioning mainly from male to female transitioning. So today's video is going to be all about how much it costs, what are the costs, what are the things that the general person tends to do, and what I personally do as well. So let's get cracking on with this video. So we are going to start with clothing and footwear and like accessories, stuff like that. So what I've actually found with the cost of that type of stuff, it is actually very difficult due to mainly because how I tend to try to explain this is you get all of your clothes, chuck them in the bin, like straight in there, absolutely everything, all your clothing, all your footwear, all of your accessories, everything, chuck them in the bin. See you later, goodbye. So now you've done that, now I want you to go out and buy a whole brand new wardrobe. New footwear, new wardrobe, new everything. Absolutely everything. Now that's how I like to explain it, to be honest, because the cost can vary from person to person. It can vary from where you shop, where you go, etc, etc. So that cost I like to arrange around about, let's call it around about at least £300 to £400 for clothing, to get a nice set wardrobe for clothing and footwear and accessories. So anything around £300 to £400 I would say. So from there, really, that's how I best like to explain that. With clothing, it can be very difficult. So it is hard because when you're going to buy clothes, so like for myself, it is all female clothing. Now with female clothing, it's very different. It sits in a different way. So you have to mess around with clothing, go test it, go try it on and stuff like that. So when it comes to buying those type of clothing, you have to try to find what works for you, because everybody is so different. So going from that form of clothing, and then footwear as well. Footwear can be a bit difficult for some people. I'm quite good because I have quite small feet, to be honest. So that helps me out in general. But for people who are much larger foot, they can find it really difficult. So the cost for footwear can really vary depending on your size. So that's where the cost can really like move around a little bit kind of thing. So that's why I like to budget that anything between £300 to £400 due to that reason. Obviously for some people that can be much cheaper depends where you shop, what you like, brands, footwear, etc, etc. So I say that is the general cost for clothing and footwear. So the next bit, my favourite bit of all, beauty. So go and have your nails done, your eyelashes, your eyebrows, and all of that type of things. So I spend averagely around about £80 a month for where I go. Depending on where you are in this lovely world of ours, it's going obviously that would vary from place to place, because I live in basically an area that's not really that expensive. So as I've said before, I live in Stoke-on-Trent, where the cost of living is quite average. So it does cost me around about £80 a month for eyebrows, eyelashes and nails to be done. Once a month that is. So that cost, so like I said, that cost is about £80. But if I went down south, so more to London, as we all love London, So as we're going down to London, that cost would obviously be a lot greater. Obviously, depending on where you actually live, is going to be depending on how much that cost varies. So I'm going to say for beauty side of things, you want to kind of budget anything around about 100 to 150, to be honest, obviously depending on where you live and depending on the cost of general beauty stuff around your area. So as we are talking a bit about beauty, I want to touch on stuff like laser hair removal. Now, pretty much 99% of trans women will generally go into laser hair removal to obviously help that growth a lot better. So laser hair removal, for me, I cost £75 per time for my face. So I have that done around about once a month. I have taken quite a big break from that due to finance costs and stuff like that. So it is £75 a month I pay for it, for the place I go. I have actually got a video on my laser hair removal. So if you want to go over and check that out, you can. I will leave it in the link as well. Alongside with that, generally that can cost anything ranging from £75 all the way up to about £150 per area. It does vary on cost depending on how much hair, the density, how many sessions you go to, etc, etc, and what area that you are having done. So alongside with that side of it, I want to touch on stuff like Botox, fillers and stuff like that, normal cosmetic work that you can actually have done before you see the gender clinic, what you don't need any form of like verification for, as to say. So with cosmetic work like Botox and fillers, I did have this priced up for my face. So I should be having my cheeks done, my lips done. This area right here is I want done alongside with my forehead, and then we'll go and have a little bit of filler on, I'm going to have a little bit of filler here just to lift this part up. So for having all of that done, it was going to cost me around about £1,000. So once again, that can vary from absolutely anything depending on where you go. But my biggest advice when you're looking into Botox and fillers, make sure you have a look and make sure the person is accredited and actually allowed to do Botox and fillers, because it is very, very important for you to make sure that the person who you're having done is actually accredited to do it and actually professionalised in it. You don't want to be having any old stuff being done, because you never know. If you have it done wrong, there is massive complications with it after. So going from that part, I want to kind of talk about wigs. So yes, the lovely hair. Oh, the hair for days. So hair can actually range from massive amounts to cheaper wigs. So I did actually have a real hair wig. So human hair can cost a lot of money. So that is one of my main wigs that I used to actually wear. So with real human hair wigs, they do cost a heck of a lot more money. So when I bought mine cost about £400. Those real human hair wigs can range from any price, so anything from like 100 upwards. I have brought wigs in the past that have cost anything in the region from £500, £600, £700 for real hair human wigs. Now, I was introduced to synthetic wigs and I was very skeptical about using synthetic wigs on a very daily basis. Now with synthetic wigs, they are a heck of a lot cheaper. So this is what this one is. This is actually a synthetic wig, and it is gorgeous, I know. So with synthetic wigs, you can do everything with them just like real human hair wigs if you get a really good one. So synthetic wigs can cost anything from £30 all the way up to about £100, £150, to be honest. So synthetic wigs have a range of prices, and they are a lot more affordable for the average person. Synthetic wigs are what are really good. I absolutely love this one. This one cost me, I think it was £35, I think this one was. I will actually, if you like, I am going to leave the link in the description box of this wig for where I brought it from. I brought it on what was fantastic, and it has prime as well, this wig does. So it did come really quick. Now the next parts are going to be more about the HRT, SRS and FFS. Now, as I haven't started HRT yet because I'm still waiting, I need to wait another year yet before I actually go onto their system, as to say, till I can actually be seen. So I haven't been seen by a gender clinic. So I haven't actually been seen by a gender clinic as of yet, but what I have been told through various people who I know who have started HRT, it has cost them averagely around about, on prescription on the NHS only, around about £8 a month on the NHS. If you go private, it will cost you considerably a little bit more. And if I remember rightly, it is around about £40 a month for going private for the HRT. HRT is hormone replacement therapy. So those are medication that you do take to obviously achieve the goal of what you kind of want. They will help with, so for a male to female, the HRT will help with your fat distribution. It'll help you obviously grow your chest, so it'll help you grow your boobs. It will help with obviously giving you hips. It does take down your estrogen levels, takes down your testosterone levels and bring up your estrogen levels, because that's what females do have, estrogen in their body. So the medication helps to balance that out and helps to actually take down the testosterone levels and actually bring up the estrogen levels, what is fantastic. So for a female going to male, it is very similar. So it helps with fat distribution. It helps, well, not so much fat distribution, it helps with muscle gain. So the muscle gain is a lot better. And it does help to deepen the voice and stuff like that. So alongside with that, HRT will cost around about £8 a month on prescription on the NHS. If you would like more information, and if you'd like to want me to do a separate video specifically talking about HRT, I will do that. Just leave it in the comments and let me know. So the next part is FFS. So that is facial feminizing surgery. So with facial feminizing surgery, there is a range of costs with it, all depending on where you go, who you have it done by, and what country you are having it done. So I have looked this up, and the average cost is between, So the average cost is between £20,000 to £40,000. Like I said, this can vary due to, depends where you go, what state you go to, what country, etc., and who you're having it done by. My advice would be, for those type of surgeries, really do your research, really look into it. Make sure you find the right person doing it, because it is so important. So when you're looking at wanting to get FFS, you make sure that you've got all the information with you, because it is super expensive. Like I said, it is £20,000 to £40,000 as an average cost, as an overall. So that can really, like I said, that can really vary from place to place. But make sure you have the right person for you doing your surgery. So the next part would be the SRS, what is sexual reassignment surgery. So sexual reassignment surgery, for us, we are in the UK. So for the UK, we actually get the SRS on the NHS. It is one of the only surgeries that we do get basically for free on the NHS for here in the UK. But for people who don't want to go with the NHS for whatever reason, the average cost for the SRS is, so the average cost for the SRS, the average cost is 15,000 plus. So that can vary very much, once again, by surgeon, by country, etc. So if you wanted to go more into the private sector of it, it will cost you anything 15,000 up. Now, if you're in the UK, SRS is actually free on the NHS, so we are very lucky for that. Me personally, I am looking into the private sector, so I am looking into the private sector for my FFS and SRS, just because that's how I personally want to do it, and that's how I feel that I want to do. That could obviously change over time, depending on money and etc, stuff like that. So that is actually today's video done. So this has been a short video, so my part 3 of this mini series is going to be coming out in the next couple of days once again. So I want to say a big thank you very much for watching, for the support and for everything else. If you really like this video and you found it was very informative, please give me a big thumbs up. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button and the notification bell, so you can always be updated when I have a new video. So for now, thank you very much. So, and on top of that, I am going to leave all my social media links in the description for you to come and follow me. So why not come follow me and my lovely whole life? So I do have my own Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat. So like I said, that will all be in the description box. So why not go over, check out some of my other stuff. I do tend to go live as well on Facebook, and I'm becoming more and more thingy on Instagram. So why not come over, come and follow me on this lovely journey of mine, because, well, why not? Just why not? So come and join me, because that is, well, I love you forever, to be honest, me lovely little cupcakes. So, like I said, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. What will be a fabulous, and I'll love you forever. So, mwah. Bye.